hey, guess what? Noam Chomsky says that Biden's foreign policy is largely indistinguishable from Trump's. By the way, see what he's doing there? He's waving goodbye to a drone. Look, there goes a drone to kill some people. Yes, Chomsky says Biden adopted Trump's Iran program without any change, even in rhetoric. In other words, Biden's not even trying to bullshit us.
Yeah, no sugarcoating even.
None. Chomsky says Biden, this is from Truth Out. Biden took over the entire Trump program, and to twist the knife further, he appointed Richard Nephew as deputy Iran envoy. Richard Nephew has explained his views, outlining the proper strategy to carefully, methodically, and efficiently increase pain on areas that are vulnerabilities while avoiding those that are not. Basically, the United States is one big torture facility. We just go around trying to inflict pain on people who can't fight back.
The rent's high.
And the rent is high. Chomsky says just the right choice for the policy of torturing Iranians because the government that most of them despise will not bend to Washington's demands. Here's Secretary Antony Blinken. Antony says, we are deeply concerned by growing signs of anti-democratic behavior. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Of anti-democratic behavior and politicization of the legal system in Bolivia. They're worried about democracy in another country, Ron. The Bolivian government should release detained form. Do you want to get lithium from Bolivia, Antony? What is it in Bolivia that you want? Why do you care about democracy?
You're suggesting it's not altruism?
When I found out that we needed lithium in Bolivia to make all our batteries, I knew it was just a matter of time before Antony Blinken was going to have to bring some democracy to the Bolivian people. And that's what this is. He's bringing democracy. The Bolivians should release detained form pending independent and transparent. When are you going to release Julian Assange? When are you going to release the people you're torturing at Guantanamo Bay? Do you know the United States is the world's largest penal colony made up of mostly minorities, black and brown people? When are you going to release those people? When are you going to get rid of the slave labor inside U.S. prisons in the United States, Antony? The answer is never. The answer is we're the biggest terrorists, human rights abusers in the world, the United States. And the reason why they want to go into Bolivia is to get the fucking lithium. And that's who you voted for. Better than Trump, isn't he? Better than Trump, right? God damn it. Damn. Lithium negotiations are going well, I see, says Chelsea Manning. Thank you, Chelsea. Exactly right. When the U.S. imperial overlord Antony Blinken arrogantly demanded that Bolivia release detained former officials, he means let the coup-plotting U.S. puppets who massacred Bolivians flee to Florida with impunity. Fortunately, Bolivia is no longer a colony. It has a sovereign government now. So very well said by Ben Norton, makes another appearance on the show, nailing it. Here, he's got some more to say. Now, note how Blinken imperiously demands that Bolivia abandon its local legal system and instead allow an independent, i.e. United States-controlled, inquiry. Would the United States allow another country to supersede its own justice system, which is currently trying to crucify a non-U.S. citizen, Julian Assange? Of course not. Here's Secretary. So this is Trump's secretary. Sounds very much. Here, watch. We are deeply concerned over irregularities in the vote counting process of Bolivia's October 20 elections. We call on Bolivia to restore electoral integrity by proceeding to a second round of free, fair, transparent, and credible elections with the top two vote winners. That was October 27th, 2019. They want a better election system in Bolivia than we have in the United States, which is amazing. And also sounds very much like the current guy, Antony Blinken, talking about democracy in Bolivia when what they really want is lithium. The president has not ended the war on Yemen. Congress must do so. Oh, but we're doing a genocide in Yemen. That's cool. Oh, that's because of the petrodollar. Is that all right? I bet they're going to send a strongly worded letter to see if that the president has not ended the war on Yemen. Let's send a strongly worded letter. On February 4th, President Biden announced in vague terms that ending the United States' participation in the Yemen war. The Biden administration paused 2 bomb sales to Saudi Arabia, but did not suspend or end all U.S. weapon sales and shipments to Saudi Arabia and the UAE, not removed U.S. logistical and maintenance support for the Saudi military, not demanded an end to the blockade, and not sought to establish a ceasefire or a peace settlement. Sounds like nothing's fundamentally changing. It's like I heard that somewhere before. So on February 24th, a letter from 41 Congress members asked President Joe Biden to explain what he meant in detail. The letter also asked the president whether he would support Congress ending the war. The letter requested a response before March 25th. There seems to have been no response, and if there was, there has none been made public. I mean, come on, it's Joe. He's slow with email. Give him a break. Come on. Come on. Congress has no excuse for the past 2 months of inaction. Since Biden is not ending U.S. participation in the war, Congress is obliged to act. They have no excuse, but God damn it, they're going to find one. They will find an excuse not to act. And if not, and it's not as if we're talking about actual work for the Congress. They just have to hold a vote and say aye. That's it. They're not going to strain any muscles or get any blisters. Very well said. Saudi-led coalition intensifies Yemen air raids, hits grain depots, grain ports. That's from March 7th of this year. That's what's happened. That's what they're doing. So they're doing siege warfare, which is a war crime. And just remember that when Joe Biden says we got to do something, Putin's a killer and China are bad people, he's helping commit a genocide in Yemen. And they're killing the world's #1 journalist slowly by torture. So the idea that the United States cares about humanitarian rights or anything or anybody or any other thing, you're wrong. And Noam Chomsky nails it this time. He gets it right. Says, but it's the guy that he told you to vote for. He said you got to vote for Joe Biden if you're a moral person. Joe Biden's just like Trump. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Chomsky was wrong again. What do you fucking know about that? Well, Ron, what do you have to say about this story?
I think it's absolutely astonishing just how propagandized the United States is when it comes to issues of war. And it's when you read stuff like this and you see stuff like this and I mean, this isn't surprising. I mean, we just, you look at the past 20 years and, the Bush administration with the new American century, that they kind of just put this worldwide destruction on autopilot. That autopilot was not interrupted by Barack Obama. It was not really interrupted by Donald Trump. I don't think it's going to be interrupted by Joe Biden. It certainly hasn't been so far. And when you have conversations with people, even people who are reasonable on most things, something like this will come up and they'll start reciting military-industrial complex talking points. And it's almost like you watch their eyes glaze over and you look around and you just kind of think, we're the empire here. We're the empire. And this is exactly how we're behaving. Like there's just no sugarcoating it. There's no disputing it. I'm not saying other places in the world don't have their own sets of problems. Of course they do. But we're the frickin' empire here, and we're setting the world on fire. And we made a business out of it.
It's a death economy.
It's a death economy, and we were warned that war's a racket a long frickin' time ago. Smedley Butler warned us a long frickin' time ago. And we didn't heed the warning, or at least nobody with power to do anything about it did.
No, but Joe Biden's better. I'm so glad, like Cenk Uygur, we could all sleep at night now, right? Aren't you glad? I mean, unless you live in Iran or Bolivia or China or Russia or Syria or Afghanistan or Iraq or the Sudan. Those people can't sleep at night, but you can because you live in America. Good for you.
What's Jim Earl's joke where they should be happy they're being bombed by the lesser of two evils?
That's it. That's right.
That's Jim, right?
Yeah. Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is why I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.